If you want to be more efficient and effective while running your business with more inner peace than working on the core of your issues instead of putting on a band-aid is vital. Welcome to the Business Brain Podcast.
I'm your host, Esty Rapport, and here to help you improve your 28 cognitive functions, the 28 things that make up thinking. In each episode, we'll discuss a real-life challenge, why you might be struggling with it, and give you practical strategies so all areas of your life will improve.
Before joining Optimize Your ADHD Brain, Lisa put strong boundaries in place. During family time, including date nights, dinners, or attending children's events, she didn't answer any work-related questions. However, this didn't really solve the problem because her brain was still in her business. She was thinking of ideas, worrying about a fire that might pop up, or knew she had to get back to a client. Her boundary was an external force making sure she didn't actually work, but it didn't mean she was present with her loved ones. Lisa knew this needed to change, both for her relationships and for herself. By the end of the program, not only was she able to fully be present with her loved ones, she also told me she was doing better work and she had this overall sense of inner calmness. If you're experiencing something similar, I'm here to tell you, you do not have to struggle forever. In this episode 461 of the Business Brain Podcast, I'm going to share with you the exact steps of what you can do to have your own transformation. But first, which one of your thinking skills is the strongest? Which ones need some help? Find out by taking the Thinking Skills Assessment at lifepeaksuniversity.com/CF. While you are doing any task, you, without even realizing it, are using your 28 thinking skills. When the thinking skills you need to use are strong, doing the task happens easily. If the thinking skills you need to use is weak, doing the task will be a challenge. The struggle that Lisa had came from a weak thinking skill of categorizations. Categorizations is about being able to organize items, tasks, ideas, abstract concepts into categories or groups. On a simple level, most of us can do it. If I give you a bag of marbles and tell you to split it by color, you'll probably have no problem doing it. But what happens once these items that you need to split are abstract, like organizing your tasks in the most efficient manner? And take it one step further, can your brain focus on the important groups while putting the other groups on the back burner? In Lisa's case, she needed to organize her life on an internal level, on a cognitive, mental level. Simply putting a boundary that she's not going to answer work messages when she's together with her family doesn't organize the brain. By improving her thinking skill of categorizations, her tasks got organized in her head, and she was able to focus on her family without constantly thinking about the work, as she knew it now had a place and she'll get to it when the time is right. First thing we need to think about whenever we organize anything, whether it's something concrete like organizing a closet or something abstract like organizing your tasks, is answering this question of why are we organizing it? What is the purpose? What is the end goal? Because you can organize the same items in 5 different ways depending on your needs. For example, you can organize your fridge based on how frequently you use those items. You can organize your fridge based on color for an aesthetic look. You can organize it by the type of food, for example, the dairy products together, all the vegetables together, or you can do it based on how easily accessible you want the food to be to your younger children. None of these ways are better or worse. It depends on your goal. What are you trying to achieve? To practice this at home, organize a drawer or a box of supplies or even a bunch of snacks in multiple different ways. Before you start, tell yourself the pretend reason on why you are organizing this: for a trip, for a video, for ease of use on a daily basis. Then organize your items accordingly. As you're organizing it, I want you to think of the items in your group. This is the group of all summer shirts, or this is the group of all healthy snacks that need utensils to eat. Organize your items based on these groups. Remember, types of groups you'll have will depend on the purpose on why you are organizing it. Once it's done and everything is all organized, for a specific purpose, and each item is in a specific group based on the purpose, you'll want to mix up all the items back together and come up with a new purpose and organize it again. Same items, organizing it in a different way. This will help train your brain on organizing for purpose and use. Once you feel comfortable organizing tangible items, it's time to move to abstract items. This can be all the tasks that you got to do, your clients, your open products, anything can't actually touch in the moment. Then think of a purpose on why you were organizing it. Create the groups accordingly and place each of your items in a group. After you categorize all your abstract items, once again, mix them back up, even though you can't really mix it back up, but like make a new list of it or think of it in your brain and think of a new purpose with new groups and categorize your items again. The more times you do this, the more practice your brain will get on categorizations. Once our brain can categorize even abstract things, it's time to show our brain which category we are focusing on in what moment. It's family time. Anything work related gets put in the appropriate category, mentally, of course, and our brain doesn't need to think about that category. When on an internal level, our brain is organized and knows what to do at the appropriate time and is going to be dealt with in a calm and relaxed way. If you're having a hard time focusing on a task at hand and instead find yourself always thinking about all the other work you need to do, internally, your brain is not organized. You need to create categories so that way your brain knows what to focus on when, and it is okay that other tasks don't have your attention at this moment. Your challenge this week is to take items and organize them according to reason. Then mix them up and create a new reason to categorize them. If you're up for the challenge, do the same exercise with abstract items. The more you practice this, the better you will get at it. Oh, and one more thing. We've actually spoken about categorizations and how it helps you save time in episode 423. So if you haven't listened to that episode yet, I strongly recommend it.
That's all for this episode of the Business Brain Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please share it with 2 of your business friends so they too can gain from it, and you'll be helping us reach our goal of 1 million downloads by the end of 2025. Cheers to peak brain performance.